These cabinets aren't store-bought, and I built these from scratch. And like most DIY builds, you build with what you got. And what I had plenty on hand was this 1/4-inch wainscot. And those are just not going to be strong enough to just screw right into the stud. So instead of hanging them on flimsy plywood, I hung them with the French cleat system.
Pardon? A French cleat system? What is this nonsense? Wait, what? You are going to hang cabinets with me? No, I am built for grass, for glory, not drywall and screws.
You're right, I'm not building cabinets with an AI football cleat. I'm using the French cleat system. That's a whole different thing.
If you're still watching, congratulations. It only gets slightly more educational from here. Watch as he demonstrates the French cleat system properly without consulting athletic footwear. Here, he tilts the blade to precisely 45 degrees. Not 30, not 60, 45. The secret angle that turns an ordinary board into a French cleat. And, well, an ordinary man into someone who now believes he understands geometry. And with the final pass of the blade, the French cleat is born. And now he brushes off the man glitter. He claims it builds character. His lungs may disagree. He marks precisely 8 inches from the top, not by ancient tradition, but because physics prefers it that way. The upper third of a cabinet carries most of its weight when loaded, so anchoring the cleat here keeps it stable and less likely to swan dive off the wall later. The DIYer now attaches the first cleat directly to the wall, using a level, a stud finder, and a dangerous amount of optimism. Once aligned, it's secured with screws sunk neatly into the studs, providing the strength that thin drywall could never deliver. Next, he attaches the second cleat to the back of the cabinet itself, making sure to drive screws through the 3/4-inch side panels. This anchors the load to the cabinet's strongest frame points, where physics once again gives its reluctant approval. Miraculously, it's level, a rare moment in DIY history that warrants a celebratory thumbs up. And here we see the overachiever in his natural habitat, adding a second cleat along the bottom, for no reason other than an unshakable need for structural perfection. He lines it up using the first cabinet as reference, screws it into the studs, and ensures these cabinets could survive both an earthquake and a mild marital disagreement. With the first cabinet securely mounted, the process is repeated for the faux window and its neighbouring cabinet. A graceful dance of screws, levels, and mild lower back strain. Each one is aligned with the precision of a man who absolutely refuses to admit he's eyeballing it. Now that the cleats are secured, the DIYer hangs the cabinets. A delicate balance of weight, alignment, and whispered prayers to the spirit of gravity. He then measures to find the perfect centre for the faux window, or as he proudly calls it, the foul window. Precision is key here, though one could argue he's mostly chasing symmetry for emotional closure. With everything aligned, he moves on to construct a small bump-out wall, not part of the French cleat system, but a creative flourish meant to make the faux window look built-in rather than bolted on. It serves no structural purpose whatsoever, which, ironically, makes it the most artistic part of the entire project. And that's the note we tell him to make him feel good about what he's doing. At last, his work is done. The French cleats stand firm, the cabinets stand level, and for a brief moment, so does his self-esteem.